boys and girls. Welcome to journal time today. So I just finished reading the story, The Sparkle Box. And it was kind of a long story, but it was a really good story about giving things to other people who don't have the things that they need in their life to live. Do you remember that Sam in the story, he gave a man whose home was sleeping on a park bench. He gave him a pair of mittens to keep his hands warm and a candy bar that he could eat that he bought with his very own money. That was very, very kind. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for decorating those shoe boxes and bringing them back to school. Those were your sparkle boxes that you decorated. And some of the nice things that your parents sent into school before we started our home learning, Miss Shannon and I, we took all those wonderful gifts and we put them inside of your sparkle boxes. And as we speak, those sparkle boxes are making their way to boys and girls that don't have the things that they need at Christmas time. So it's going to fill their buckets and put a smile on their face. So thank you for letting your little light shine. Now guess what we're going to draw during journal time today? You guessed it. We're going to draw a sparkle box, okay? So this is what I want you to do. Get out your crayons. Make sure your journal page is ready, that you have clean lines at the top and a clean white page. Okay, I would like you to find your black crayon, okay? So, we're going to do my turn, your turn, and I want you to watch me first, okay? So you can see how to make this shape. So I'm going to start up here at the top. And I'm going to make a big line down, big line across, big line up, and another big line across. Stop. What shape do you think I just made? Yeah, it looks a lot like a square. It does. Maybe yours looks more like a rectangle, a little bit longer. Your turn. So go ahead and draw your square or your rectangle. Let's make our box, our sparkle box. Okay, now when you're done, let's see, why don't we follow what we see on the front cover of our book? So we are going to add a purple ribbon to our sparkle boxes, okay? So what I want you to do is find your purple crayon. Here's mine. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is put a ribbon around the outside of the box. Watch what I do. I'm going to make this really easy for you. So I'm going to go to the middle of my box, right at the top, and I'm going to make one big line down, right through the middle. See, I divided it into two pieces now. Your turn. See if you can do that. Go to the middle. First go to the top of your sparkle box and then slide your finger over to the middle and make one big line down. Okay, now we have to do the other piece of our ribbon. I want you to go to the side of your sparkle box and slide your finger down to the middle. And we're going to make one big line right through the center of your box. How many sections do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of looks like a cross, doesn't it? Or maybe the letter T, lowercase t. Okay, now we have to make the ribbon. If you look at the ribbon on the sparkle box in our book, the ribbon goes around the box, but it also is poofy on the top of the box. So let's make some poofy ribbon on the top of our sparkle box. I'll show you an easy way to do that. Okay, so again, take your purple crayon, We're going to go right up to the top, 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 right where our line starts. And I'm going to make one little curve on this side. It almost looks like a circle. And then I'm going to make one little curve on the other side. So really you're making 2 circles on the top of your box. Okay, your turn. See if you can make 2 circles on the top of your box, right in the middle, right in the center. Okay, all right, now the last thing we're going to do to our ribbon is, let's just make a little ribbon end come down on this side. So we're going to make one little line and then another little line. Those are the ends of the ribbon that we use to tie it up and make it all look very pretty on the top of our package, on the top of our sparkle box. Okay, your turn. Just make 2 little pieces of ribbon come down to show that we tied our ribbon. Now, we have our sparkle box done. We have our beautiful ribbon done. Now it's time to give our sparkle box some color. So maybe, you can color your sparkle box any way you want to color it, but this is an idea. Maybe you want to take each part of your sparkle box and color it a different color. It's up to you. Maybe you want to make a design or a pattern, or maybe you just want to make sparkle dots. Surprise me. So I think for my sparkle box, I'm going to color my parts, each part of my box, a different color. So maybe I'll take this part of my box and I'll color this part pink. Try not to color over your pretty ribbon. Fill that in. Maybe I will color this part of my box blue. I have to use my hand and really control it to keep the color inside my lines, so that it still looks like a sparkle box. See if you can do it. Okay, so I got half of my box colored. This half is done. This half is still white. I think I will pick green and color this top part green. I'm going to color it in. Try not to color over my ribbon. All right, that is pretty. Now, I would like to use, I'm going to try and use red. My red does not show up very good, so we'll see what it looks like. Well, that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. So keep coloring, boys and girls. Keep trying to control your hand and keep those colors inside of the line. If your hand gets tired, just give it a shake. And give it a shake. And then keep working. Okay. So there's my sparkle box. I'm sure yours looks beautiful too. Okay, now it's time to write our name. So remember, you guys are going to write your name up here between the lines, starting at smiley face. If you need help from Mom and Dad to form those letters properly, just ask them to help you to make those gray lines that you can trace. I think I'm going to write Ellis's name. I'm going to show Ellis how to write his name. I know he's been practicing at home. So Ellis's name starts with a capital E. So watch how we make our capital E. Big line, froggy jump, ribbit, ribbit, little line on top, little line in the middle, little line on the bottom. There's a capital E. Now Ellis has an L in his name, a capital L. But he doesn't have just one capital L. He has 2 capital L's. So watch how we make that letter. Big line, little line. There's his first capital L. Here comes the next one. Big line, little line, two capital L's. Now he has a capital I in his name. Watch this. Big line, little line, little line. There is his capital I. And the last letter can be a tricky one to write. He's got a capital S in his name. S. It looks a lot like a snake, but I'm going to show you how to make it. It goes like this. Little curve, turn, little curve. And there is his capital S. So you guys write your name at the top, okay? And keep those little lights shining inside. Be a light for the world. Continue to make good choices and to help people who need you, okay?